So hello, everyone out there in NAWBO land. This is Lisa Coppola, your national chair. I am so delighted to be with you today. It's Friday, the 19th of January. I can't believe we're already well past halfway done with January. And what does it mean for us, for NAWBO and the folks who love and support NAWBO? It means Leadership Academy is right around the corner. I'm so excited to share some details with you today. Very quickly, many of you will know this information, but it never hurts for us to communicate in as many ways as we can figure out how to communicate, because everybody takes in information differently. So, number one, Leadership Academy is kicking off our 2024 events, and that starts with a welcoming reception 1 week from Sunday. I'm looking up at my calendar. It's the 28th of January. Definitely not too late for you to join us to be part of the fun, the learning, the camaraderie, especially if you're in driving distance of Charlotte, North Carolina, where we're going to be with our Charlotte chapter hosting our welcome reception on Sunday evening. Super excited to see so many of you. We have 176 of you registered. We've got about 24 spots left. That's not really an about. We've got 24 spots left, so grab yours if you have it. We recently announced the addition of an additional keynote speaker. Her name is Molly Barker, and Molly is an educator, social entrepreneur, and a visionary. She's best known as founder of Girls on the Run International. She'll share her organization's incredible story, as well as business and life lessons she's learned from her work that's impacted the lives of over 2 million young women and girls, including my youngest daughter, who went through a Girls on the Run program here in Buffalo, New York, back when she was in the 3rd grade. She's a 21-year-old now. We're also excited to hear from Amanda Brinkman. She's speaking on the pursuit of purpose and doing well in business by doing good. Doing well by doing good. Amanda's a producer, a filmmaker, a branding expert, and she hosts an Emmy-nominated series called Small Business Revolution. And as many of you know, we have 2 tracks in Leadership Academy. One is chapter leadership, and the other track is for business leadership, professional development in your business world. Some of the must-hear topics we'll be engaging around include membership, certification, best practices, and belonging, and also executive visibility, healthy leaders and profits, navigating success with productivity and positivity, and leveraging the strengths of the multi-generations who make up such a vibrant part of our workforce these days in 2024. As I said, we kick off on Sunday evening, the 28th of January, and we go through Tuesday, the 30th in Charlotte. And I really hope to see all of you there. And we've got a couple other events in 2024 that I'm going to touch on briefly, and then I will say goodbye to you this Friday afternoon. Our calendar for events this year in 2024 looks a little bit different. As we've said, as far back as the Women's Business Conference, when we were down in Austin back in October, we are not holding a National Women's Business Conference this fall, the fall of 2024, because we're preparing for an epic event in June 2025 in celebration of NAWBO's 50th anniversary. So we will follow Leadership Academy in Charlotte with a re-envisioned event lineup. Here's what it includes: the Women Mean Business International Forum. So we used to call this HERstory in the Making, and this is a remote event. It's a 2-day virtual event in honor of Women's History Month. It takes place March 27th and 28th for 2 hours each day, not the whole day, 2 hours each day. It focuses on global business connections and sustainability. And for those 30 or so of you who were in Paris with FCEM back in November, and I was really fortunate and honored to be one of those folks, we will once again be interacting with our international entrepreneur sisters from across the world. So the Women Mean Business International Forum, March 27th and 28th, virtual 2-day event. And then we'll have NAWBO Days. So that's the re-envisioned 3-day event that combines Leader Onboarding, the annual membership meeting, and the awards gala, and finally Advocacy Days. Well, where's that going to be? It's going to be in DC, right? And that's going to be in June 3rd through 5th, down in our nation's capital. So we always, right around the very beginning of June, go to DC for Advocacy Days. And this year, because we're not having a National Women's Business Conference in the fall, we're including our annual membership meeting and our awards gala, including Woman Business Owner of the Year in DC, June 3rd through 5th. And there is more on that coming. Registration for both of these events, the virtual event in June, NAWBO Days, will open up very shortly. The one piece of email to read every week from NAWBO National is your Sunday NAWBO and UE Digest. Here in Buffalo, New York, that usually hits my inbox right around 8 o'clock Sunday morning. It's the thing I read on Sunday morning when I'm drinking coffee before I grab the New York Times or whatever I'm going to read later on that morning. It gives you what's going on certainly that week, but also gives you sort of the path forward with NAWBO for the next several months. It's a not to be missed e-digest intended to put all the most important information in one place and that you can easily digest truly in 5 minutes or less. So I would strongly urge you to read that again, Sunday mornings. Now, if you're in another location like the West Coast, maybe it hits your email box at 4 o'clock in the morning. Don't wake up for it. Wait until you wake up and then take a look at it. And for our friends internationally who might see it, well, it probably hits you a little bit later in the day on Sundays. But again, it's called NAWBO and You, and it's our weekly e-digest. And finally, there's another really new re-envisioned event we're just starting to work on now, and it's super exciting. It's a new business wellness retreat. It's going to be in early October. We did a survey and many people said, business and wellness, we'd like NAWBO to combine those two things. And please see if you can do it in the year when you're not having a WBC. And so we're going to do it. It'll be held over several days at an incredible venue. There will be a limited number of spaces available for that. And it's called our Business Wellness Retreat in October. Look for details about that. I hope to see you in Charlotte just about a week from now. And for those of you being hit by some of the winter weather, as we have been here in Buffalo, please stay warm, please stay dry, take care of yourselves, your family, and your teams. And I wish you a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Take care, everybody.